successful people, and you'll be the sixth. If you want to be an incredibly present, get around 5 dads that are like that, and you're going to be the sixth. If you want to be successful and well-rounded and have a great body, find 5 guys that are like that, and you're going to be the sixth.
Well said, brother. You know, what's funny is you were talking about these root systems. My wife, her grandfather grew these amazing tomatoes. And this is just anecdotal. I don't know if it's true or not, but he grew these amazing tomatoes. And I remember one year my wife asked him, how did you, and he's since passed and left us, but how do you grow these amazing tomatoes? And he says, one trick I do every year without fail is he goes over to the tomato plant, he grabs his spade shovel, and he cuts off a quarter of the root system. Like he literally just digs that shovel, stomps on it, cuts off a quarter of the root system. And his theory, you guys, some of you are probably like botanists and can tell me I'm wrong on this, but that's why I say it's anecdotal. But his theory is because he put the plant under that type of stress, it's what caused the plant to develop a deeper and stronger root system to compensate for the loss of the 25%. And then it bore this amazing fruit that he was well known in the community for on these tomatoes. I think whether it's anecdotal or whether it's true, I think it goes hand in hand with what you're saying. It's the stress at the root system so that root system can really grow and develop and produce the fruit you're after.
Yeah, that's it, man. You nailed it.
Right on, brother. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you. Let us know where we need to go. Go ahead. I think we have a time delay here, but go ahead and share what you wanted to share.
No, we were talking about tension and resistance, and I know we're a little behind on time, but I just wanted to share how important this tension is, because I think we can all agree that we want to create beautiful music with our life. Like, we have 86,400 seconds each day, and for you, dude, think about it. You got 6 summers left with your son. 6 summers. So when he asks you to go play catch, man, dude, you absolutely want to create that music with him, because guess what? When he's gone, you're not gonna have that guy to do the duet with anymore. You know what I mean? You're gonna shift gears to your other son. And point in saying that is, if we want to create that music with our family, if we want to create that music with our time, with our legacy, with our marriage, it's about tension. Talking about resistance, well, let's just replace that word with tension. A piano has 88 keys on it, and the average pound per square inch, like the tension of each one of those keys, is 160 pounds. So if you multiply those, I believe it's like 14,040 pounds of tension. But when it's correctly dialed, that's when beautiful music like Beethoven and the Moonlight Sonata can be created, but it can't unless there's tension in all of the areas. I had 35 years of my life where I had tension in 3 or 4 of the areas required in order to feel really good about the man that you are. But in the last 2 years, I've added, 2 other components, and I've been disciplined where I want to be. But I'm just kind of sharing with you all where my process is and where I feel fulfilled and where I am at my best. Is when I have tension in those 5 areas of my life, I am able to come on a podcast like this with somebody that I admire a lot and speak my truth confidently, not because I believe I'm better than anybody else, but I believe I have a game plan that is producing fruit in my life.
I love it, brother. That's so powerful. So powerful. That's why I wanted to have this conversation, man. I knew you'd bring it.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. And we're going to have to be on my show. Well, let's record it next week, man. Love you, bro.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're an amazing person.
Likewise. Love you too. How do you guys connect with you? If they want to know more about your story, what you're doing, what you're up to, where do you send them?
Yeah, Weatherford5.com. That's where you can get supplements, training programs. On Instagram, Weatherford5. Turn on your post notifications. You'll never see any of my posts.
Apparently.
On Facebook or on Snapchat. But yeah, man, if you really want to get to know my life the best way to do it is just go watch my Instagram story, because I don't spend a lot of time editing my life, but that's how I like it. And that belief to connect with men out there is not to show you how perfect my life is but to show you the process that I'm in.
Right on, man. We'll sync up all the guys. As always, great to have this conversation. We'll do it again next week, and we'll get you out here to Maine at some point. But I was going to say, I told you earlier, I was a little disappointed you were on the East Coast, but you were far enough away that I gave you a little bit of a pass on that. But we'll get you out here next time, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm committed to it. You have my word that I will come visit you on the farm, man.
I have no doubt, man. We'll talk soon, brother.
All right, cuz.
Gentlemen, there you go. My conversation with the one and only Steve Weatherford. It is my hope, as it is every week, that you enjoyed that conversation, that you're taking something away, whether it was, just one thing Steve said or the whole message in general, and that you apply it. When I started Order of Man almost 6 years ago now, it was my goal to bridge the gap between what we know and what we're actually doing. So connect with Steve on Instagram, I think is what he said he's most active on. Connect with me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you are. And let us both know what you thought about the show. Shoot Steve a message, if you would, and say, hey, man, I heard you on the podcast, really enjoyed it, because I want him to know that that's where you guys are coming from and that you're hearing him here on this podcast. And then also, if you would, a very easy way to share is just to screenshot your phone as you're listening to this podcast, and then just go into Instagram, share it, tag Steve, tag myself, at Ryan Mickler, and make a story or a Instagram post out of it. And that's a great way to share. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier is, just doing your part in advancing and forwarding the mission of reclaiming and restoring masculinity. Okay? Guys, we're going to be back tomorrow for our Ask Me Anything, and then, of course, on Friday for our Friday Field Notes. We've got a lot of content coming to you. I want to put it out there. I'm enjoying this. I've been on this road for almost 6 years now, and I couldn't do it without you guys. Just the fact that you're here and tuning in and listening and sharing your success stories is the fuel that I need to continue to drive on in what is at times a seemingly daunting task, but a very fulfilling and rewarding one. Okay, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Until then, go out there, take action, and become the man you are meant to be.
Thank you for listening to the Order of Man podcast. You're ready to take charge of your life and be more of the man you are meant to be. We invite you to join the Order at orderofman.com.